And they tell me it's the white man I should fear when it's my own kind doing all the killing here. Memorial Day weekend is usually one of the most violent weekends in the year. And this year was no exception. Let's go over to Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, 14 people killed over violent Memorial Day weekend. Dozens more injured. Philadelphia, and this is courtesy of KYW News Radio. Philadelphia had a horrific Memorial Day weekend. 14 people were killed and many more were wounded in shootings across the city during the long holiday weekend. The shootings that capped off the deadly extended weekend happened at around 11 p.m. Monday at 41st and Parish Street in West Philadelphia. 2 men were shot, including a 32-year-old who died. Dozens of shots were fired at that scene. Police later learned there was a third victim, a 30-year-old woman. She just happened to be driving by as a passenger in a pickup truck nearby. Distance of a couple of blocks. She was struck by a stray bullet, said Police Inspector D.F. Pace. And they tell me it's the white man I should fear when it's my own kind doing all the killing here. This should piss everybody off. This woman was driving a couple of blocks away, minding her own motherfucking business, and some piece of shit who doesn't know how to shoot correctly, yes, I'm calling him a piece of shit, who doesn't know how to shoot correctly, probably shoots like O-Dog in Menace to Society sideways. That's the problem with niggas. Niggas don't even know how to clean a goddamn gun. That's why that shit's always backfiring on you. Or going in the direction that you don't want it to go in. But this lady was minding her own business, driving her pickup truck, 2 blocks away from the scene. She gets struck by a stray bullet and dies. Our women and children aren't even protected in our own communities anymore. But nobody wants to talk about this. We'd rather talk about cops shooting us and cops beating our asses and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. And I say blah, blah, blah because that's a very small percentage of black people that are killed in this country. The majority of young black males who are killed in this country are killed by other black males. It's statistics. Look it up if you don't believe me. But we want to talk about the cops whooping our ass and stuff like that. No, I'm a little more concerned about the 30-year-old female who's driving her fucking pickup truck down the street and gets shot by a stray bullet. I care a little bit more about that. Because you know what? That could be any of our mothers. That could be any of our grandparents, any of our sisters, our nieces. We're becoming terrorists in our own community and something needs to be done. More gun laws ain't gonna help it. I mean, you can make guns illegal and ain't shit gonna change in this country. Drugs are illegal, and I could walk down to the nearest corner and buy whatever motherfucking drug I want. But they're illegal. You see, sometimes that laws don't mean shit, so you make guns illegal, right? The criminal is still gonna find a way to get a gun. You make guns illegal, and the criminal is the only one who prospers. This poor lady in her pickup truck, 2 blocks away, was struck by a stray bullet. And I don't see anybody protesting. I see nothing. I don't see Al Sharpton's punk ass and Jesse Jackson's punk ass, two pieces of shit, the two biggest pieces of shit in the black community, Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, race baiting pieces of shit. Nothing. But you know, if this was a cop that shot this woman if this cop was shooting at a suspect, right? Let's say a white cop was shooting at a suspect 2 blocks away, and this lady was driving her pickup truck, right? And she gets hit by the stray bullet 2 blocks away that this cop shot while he was trying to shoot an intruder or something like that. We'd be marching right now. Tell me I'm lying. If a white cop was responsible for this bullet that went into this 30-year-old lady's head whilst she was driving down the street minding her own business, we would be rioting right now. The country would be in an uproar. We'd be pissed. Why are we not this upset when we do it to ourselves? Whoever is responsible for this stray bullet should be hung in the town square for everybody to see. Capital punishment for any piece of shit who doesn't know how to shoot right and shoots some poor 30-year-old lady who's just driving her pickup truck 2 blocks away from where the incidents happened. You're not going to care until it happens to somebody that you love. You're not going to care until it happens to somebody close to you. It's really fucked up that we just let this stuff happen to our women and children. Let's continue. This is just Philadelphia. It says the woman was hit in the neck and face, and she is in critical condition. So she didn't die. She's in critical condition. Still, that's shitty. Let's continue with KYW News Radio. Many of these shootings, which took place between early Saturday and Monday night, had multiple victims. Nearly 70 shots were fired in one double shooting, killing a 26-year-old man on Oxford Avenue near Temple University Monday night. Nearly 70 shots were fired in one double shooting. 70 shots. There was also a double shooting Sunday night on Carver Street, which claimed the lives of a man and his 9-year-old son in Wissenham. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, messing that up, to that city in Philadelphia. They were shot and killed in a drive-by. Their parents said they were just coming home from a cookout. Nearly 70 shots fired, and you know how they're shooting so many shots, right? Are you guys aware that they're using these? They're modifying their guns. So what they're doing is they're modifying their weapons, and it's turning their weapons into super weapons, automatic weapons. Like they could turn a regular, 6-shot, whatever, 16-shot into something that shoots off 40, 50, 60 shots. They have these little things, also known as switches. There's various names for them, but you add it to your gun, and now your little pea shooter is now an automatic weapon, and you just hold down your finger and let it go. Right now, the criminal has the upper hand because ain't not too many legal gun owners are putting switches on their motherfucking guns. So why do you want to take my gun? Because, see, I'm trying to protect myself from that piece of shit with the switch on his gun. Well, I'll never understand this country sometime, dude. I'll never understand my community. I'll never understand why my community is more upset when a white person does something to us, but we don't give two shits when our own people do it to us. Capital punishment for anybody who accidentally shoots someone in a gun-related, gang-related incident. Capital punishment. Hang you in the town square for everyone to see. That's probably why I'll never be president. But I'm going to pray for you, Philadelphia. I'm going to pray for you, Chicago. I'm going to pray for you, Milwaukee. I'm going to pray for you, Minneapolis. I'm going to pray for you, Los Angeles. I'm going to pray for you, Brooklyn. I'm going to pray for you, Louisiana. I'm going to pray for you, Detroit. Because nobody else seems to give a fuck about you. No, as a man, I have to apologize to women and children. If you're listening to this, I apologize to you as a man, because you're not even safe in our streets anymore. There used to be a time, from what I've known and talked to people and experienced in certain ways, there was a time where if no one was safe in the community, at least the women and children were. There was a time, and talk to anybody 50 and above, and they will tell you that there was a time where women and children were off limits. And here we are, 2022, and it's just shoot up whoever you want, huh? Nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody cares. Al Sharpton doesn't care. Jesse Jackson doesn't care. And you listening right now, you don't care. Dusty Vision TV, I'm out.